Hi guys, Frankie Dumdialapa, that's the name. And talking sports, that's my game. This is We Talk Sports. Come with me. Let's talk about the Super Eagles and other top stories happening in the world of sports as far as Nigeria is concerned, because this is We Talk Sports with the big ID. Good to have you join me on We Talk Sports today with the big ID. Frankie Dumdialapa is my name. Make sure you follow us on We Talk Sports live on radio 8 a.m. Weekdays on WeFM 106.3. Weekdays, don't miss it. If you're in Abuja, it's a regular 8 a.m. one of the top radio sports programs that you want to follow. And then if you want to follow us digitally, follow us here on YouTube and on Facebook is We Talk Sports 360. Click the like button, post your comments. Let's have a conversation and join the community on Facebook and on YouTube. Click the like button, subscribe for daily dose of sports opinions, and let's talk. Ain't nobody afraid of you. Let's talk about it. All right, so we're talking about the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles, yeah. Going to the Nations Cup, and the draws were held, and then we had friendly games to be played. Now, on another platform, I actually said that the draws and the friendly games came appropriately because it gave us something to focus on, something that we could look at going into the Nations Cup, which was big kudos to the Nigerian Football Federation, because just like we're celebrating that we defeated Mozambique, we've not had a good outing in a friendly match. I mean, we're beaten by Portugal, black, blue, and green, Mexico, and everybody was just taking a mickey out of Nigeria. We are not getting any good shine in the friendly game. So this one would really test our capabilities and our abilities and our mental state to see truly if we can win the Nations Cup just the way the Minister of Sports wants, or the fact that Jose Peseiro has continually said that he can win the Nations Cup with Nigeria. Although his target is the semi-finals. Don't get it twisted. His target is the semi-finals. But one of the reasons why I believe the NFF gave him the job back or extended his contract is because it's too late to sack him, one, and he took a pay cut, two, and he has consistently said that he can win the Nations Cup with Nigeria. So these friendly games we're supposed to give us that test for us on this side of the divide to know if he can actually do it. So let's see how it went down. So let's get this out of the way first of all. Nigeria played 2-2 with Saudi Arabia, and Nigeria played 3-2 with Mozambique. First and foremost, it's Saudi Arabia and it's Mozambique. We are the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles, with the wealth of talent that we have a very fearsome pool of attackers. Fearsome, so much so that they are being talked about. Victor Osimhen, Victor Boniface, Moses Simon, Sadiq Umar. These names are making Terry Murphy. They're making names. They're making names in Paul Onachu. They're making names everywhere. So we have a rich pool of attackers. And this is the time, I've said this before, that this is the time that any coach that is coaching Nigeria would have a field day. But can he mold in these players to be something? So I believe that Saudi Arabia and Mozambique, we're supposed to be beating them every day, 24/7, and twice on Sunday. We're supposed to beat them. It's not supposed to be a problem for us. We're not supposed to be debating or arguing about whether we can or whether we put the draw. It's supposed to be a win on a normal day. But the good thing about it is that we didn't lose, We didn't lose. We didn't lose against Saudi Arabia. And at one point in time, we were leading by 2-1 with what most people call the beautiful goal by Kelechi Iheanacho, where we were leading by 2-1. And then, of course, the howler from Francis as well. So, but before we go into that, the things or some of the issues I wanted us to use the friendly games to look at was, number one, is there an identifiable playing style that Jose Peseiro has brought to the Super Eagles? Are we seeing anything? Are we seeing an identifiable style? Okay, and are there signs that the players are getting and understanding what Jose Peseiro is saying or teaching them? Are we seeing the signs of some beautiful football or the attacking play that he says he loves so much? And can we estimate when? Can we estimate when? The Nations Cup is in January. Do we have enough time, or can we estimate the time that it will take where these guys will gel so much together that we can close our eyes and say that this team can beat Senegal, can beat Morocco, can beat Cameroon, can beat Ghana? So that's why I said that it's Saudi Arabia and Mozambique. It's not Mexico, it's not Portugal. Mexico defeated Ghana, nothing new. And hey, check it out. Senegal got a win against Cameroon. And they are the top African countries. They are the team to beat. So if you look at the rankings, Nigeria is ranked 39th, Saudi Arabia is ranked 56th, and Mozambique is ranked 113. So beating them doesn't do anything for us. We're supposed to beat them every day, all day, 2 times on Sunday. So the main thing for me is not to look at whether we won or not, is to look at how prepared is the technical department, how prepared is Coach Peseiro for the Nations Cup? How is he able to gel this team? Does he have the ingenuity, or does he have the wherewithal to make this team a winning team, to get to the semifinals, to ensure that we win and not do what happened during the Eguavo's time, that we fell apart in the second round inexplicably and tamely and limply, and also did not qualify for the World Cup? That's what we should be looking at. So let's see. That's what we should be looking at. But that is not also ignoring some of the things that we have seen. Francis Uzoho. Oh my God. We have a goalkeeping issue. I wouldn't lie, we have a goalkeeping issue. And the goalkeeping issue, it's not the personality, if you ask me. I'm going to jump into this because so much vitriol has gone against Francis Uzoho. He has been criticized, he has been lambasted. Like I said, so much vitriol has gone against him. So I think it was Jose Peseiro that said that it's very difficult for you to be a goalkeeper in Nigeria because so many expect so much of you. Well, you can't give me sugar and expect me to say salt is sweet. So, some of the howlers that Francis has committed has been appalling. The goal against Saudi Arabia, I almost questioned the integrity of Francis Uzoho, because that goal going in sounded as if he decided to throw it in, kind of a betting thing. But hey, let me not go there. It's just what I'm saying. If you look at what's happening on social media, I can tell you that the Punch for Tuesday gave a catalog of social media criticisms of Francis Uzoho, short of telling him that he should never be invited again. And then I think I saw one of the, I think it was Ogala Media on Instagram that posted a picture of Vincent Enyama. Oh my God, you guys are mean. Posted a picture of Vincent Enyama saying how much we miss Vincent Enyama. Yeah, I know. And of course, you could read the commentaries. Go check it out on Ogala's social media page. And why I think that, but there is, for me, there is something that it's undeniable that Francis Uzoho is having this. You can't deny it, and you can see it. But like I said, it's the onus is on the coach, and I think it's Emmanuel Okala that said that the trainers should be blamed in the Super Eagles. I disagree with that, because number one, Francis Uzoho has not played one game this season for his club, Omnia Nicosia. He has not. 0. In fact, if you look at the invitees, Francis Uzoho has not played one game, Maduka Okoye has not played one game, and then the only other guys who have played is Olorunleke Joe and Adebayo Adele, who plays, Olorunleke plays for Eimba and Adebayo plays for Hapoel in Israel. If there's anybody who has been consistent, Olorunleke has not played a game for Eimba because he has been in the camp of the Super Eagles, while Adebayo has been consistent with Hapoel. So maybe that's why everybody's asking for Adebayo should be drafted in. But again, you also want to give some measure of kudos to the coach. He is giving Francis Uzoho an opportunity to redeem himself, to get back to peak Francis Uzoho. I remember Francis Uzoho at the UEFA Cup against Manchester United. He scored an 8.5 rating. Mwah, absolutely wonderful. Maybe working with him over time, because he has been the one that has been making the appearance under Jose Peseiro. Maybe working with him over the period of time, they must have seen that same thing, or that talent, that incredible talent of Uzoho that they're trying to harness. But the question is, how fast can they get it if he still believes that that is his man? Does he have the liberty of time to bring him back to that peak performing Uzoho? Uzoho has one of the greatest or best reflexes in Nigeria for goalkeepers in Nigeria right now. Amongst the four of them, he has one of the best reflexes. But game day jitters has always been the problem of Francis Uzoho. So what is he going to do? He has defended him. I'm talking about Jose Peseiro now. He has defended Francis Uzoho, which is good. He has started to take attention away from him. And something that Dafe Elegbete TV said that he gave him another opportunity against Mozambique, either one, to hang himself by himself, or two, just believes that there's something about Francis Uzoho that he is seeing, or his team of management or coaches are seeing, that all of us are not seeing. And I think from all the armchair punditry that we've had, Uzoho has hung himself again. So if Jose Peseiro, two things. Conclusion for me is that, is there time enough to get Uzoho to peak performance? And two, will he be brave enough to stay by him and devil may care? Some coaches do that. Because if there's anything, like I said, one thing for me about Uzoho is match day jitters. On a good day, Uzoho can pull some incredible performances. One of the best reflexes as a goalkeeper in the Nigerian squad, but match day jitters. So maybe we'll look at it, maybe towards the next games, Lesotho in November, if he's going to bring back Olorunleke Joe or Adele Adebayo, or maybe Maduka Okoye, I don't know. Maybe he will drop it, maybe he will not. We'll still look forward to it. But anyway, let's come back to where I want us to come back to. Is Peseiro ready? Can Peseiro get this team ready for the Nations Cup? Now, in the first game against Saudi Arabia, let's look at, if first question I asked is there an identifiable formation? Yes, there is. I have noticed this about Peseiro. You say he's an attack-minded coach. Yes, I agree with that. Because if you look at the game against Saudi Arabia, he started with a 4-2-4 formation with Alex Iwobi and Ndidi in the middle, and then you had Ademola Lookman. He went for the psychedelic. He went for the beautifully aesthetic. Ademola Lookman and then Samuel Chukwueze on the wings. It worked well because Lookman and Samuel Chukwueze had pace and speed, but both of them incidentally played like speed trains that had no brains. They just kept bombing forward and not supporting the midfield. So when the shock value of the attack wore off, the Saudi Arabians took over the midfield, and it was overwork for Ndidi and Alex Iwobi. If you look at the game, the midfield, the Saudi Arabians had more possession. They played short passes, they were doing all that, and they were cutting through the midfield with a measure of ease after some time. So it was not funny until the second half when they switched play. Even though they were leading, the second half they switched play after the howler. You will see that when he brought in Kelechi Iheanacho and Moses Simon, he changed the 4-4-2 formation. He played 2 10s with 2 number 10s in the middle, and that was Kelechi Iheanacho, who played. You thought he was playing as a winger. He was coming into the middle to support the middle and support the attackers and getting rebounds. That's how he got the goal. And then Moses Simon provided an outlet for the midfielders. That's where he combined with Ndidi to move out and cross the ball where Victor Boniface forced it. So that's a coach that thinks. So he has plan A and plan B. He could go to the 4-2-4 and play the 4-4-2, unlike what happened during the Nations Cup, where our former coach, Osine Guavon, had only one formation and stuck by it and could not change. This is a coach that in-game management is there. Now, the question again, the question you want to ask is that, are the players getting to understand it? Now, before we come to that, in the game against Mozambique, for you to see that the coach is a thinking coach, he played a 4-3-3 formation. This time around, he had Rafael Onyedika, Frank Onyeka, and Joe Aribo playing a 3-man midfield. He had Moses Simon, and then the guy who was playing as top 9, and then Fisayo, who played as an attacking midfielder, coming in from the right side, but more centrally because he was coming in and pushing in. That's how he laid the ball for Frank Onyeka to get that goal from from the edge of the box, hitting it. Nice one. So he shows that we have a coach who thinks, and his in-game management could be spot on and could be very crucial in a Nations Cup, in a tournament situation. Switch the play. One of the best games I watched in the Premier League, I must tell you, must be when Thomas Tuchel was in charge of Chelsea and Manchester City with Pep Guardiola. The switch of play was incredible. These guys kept switching game plan. I saw 6 game plans switch. Pep Guardiola was switching, Tuchel was switching. I was like, oh my God. So we have a coach that thinks. So that gives me a measure of confidence. So in-game management for me is spot on. Now for the players, I think that's where he needs to work on. Some of them might not understand what he's doing, and it's now down to leadership. Who are the leaders in the team? That's a whole new ball game entirely. I don't know if Ahmed Musa will make it to the Nations Cup or if Wilfred Ndidi is strong enough to lead. We know that Osimhen is a very vocal player. What the Super Eagles lack right now is somebody who can pull the players at the scruff of the neck, just like how Stephen Keshi used to do it, how Daniel Debula Mokachi used to do it, Sunday Ulisse in the middle of the pack used to do it. Right now, to an extent, Joseph Yobo and Mikel Obi, they were leaders in the Super Eagles. Do we have leaders right now who can pull them? Moses Simon seems to be that impactful player. Can Victor Osimhen do it? He's up front. Can he be the one to do it just the way that Kylian Mbappe did for France? So those are the things that I want to see in the next matches. I would hope that he will be able to identify those who will lead the team on the field of play, because that is very crucial in a competition proper. If he can get that done, I think then we can start saying that this team is ready for the Nations Cup. But for now, I've not been able to identify who the leaders are. We have individual players who, if they stay more together, we can get them to string passes and do something. But when the chips are down or when they have their backs against the wall, who are the leaders in the team? He needs to start identifying that. So we have a thinking coach. We know he has a good in-game management to a certain extent, and we know he has a decision to make in the goalkeeping position. It's not a matter of whether the guy is good or not. It is a matter of who do you want or who do you have faith in. Something Elegbete said that Peseiro is a very brave man for playing Uzoho in the game against Mozambique, either because there's something he's seen that others are not seeing, or maybe he just wants Uzoho to hang himself finally. I think that we're on the right path, but how fast can we get to the point of being ready is another question. We have 2 more international friendly matches to play, and we have less than 4 months to the Nations Cup. This is October, November, December, and then it's January. We have about 2 months to prepare. Can Peseiro get this team of good players to understand what he's telling them and get them prepared for the Nations Cup so that we can actually say, let's do it again? Frankie Demudialapa is my name. Talking Sports is my game. Make sure you click the like button, follow, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on We Talk Sports. Let's talk sports some more. Post a comment also. I ain't running away from you. Let's see what you have to say. Big thanks to SoccerNet and then to Elegbete TV. And of course, we took some news from Brilla FM also. And big shout out to every one of you out there, especially those who are part of the greatest concepts. Have a good day, bros. And good luck, Nigeria.